Hi guys, just wanted to do a video. I know it's been a while since I've done a video for you guys, but that's just what comes with the fall season and the illness season, which has hit my family and many of yours pretty hard this year. So yay, we're through November and we're in the home stretch. We're almost there till our break, and I know that it almost feels harder to do the work right now because we're tired and we're so close to the end. And especially with the back orders and having more to deliver than we probably would have had. But I have to just say I'm so proud of you guys and the positivity that has remained with our team, and the support from everybody to each other for those that have one of those bad days and get really frustrated. Also, we are a very new team, believe it or not. We have so many of you that have only joined us in 2014, so this is your first fall season. And so us old folks know that what it's like, and we know that it's, had its different challenges every year, but that we've always pulled through. Our customers don't hate us, and Scentsy makes it right when it's their fault. And in this case, it's not their fault, and they're still doing their best to make it right, so that we can have the income that they know we rely on this time of year. So, we asked you to trust us and not feel like we were shutting down your feelings, because we totally get it, and we are, believe me, we're feeling it too, with our own customers, and just our frustration on behalf of you guys coming to us with questions that we can't fix for you. So I just, yay, woohoo, Team Wicks away for all of the amazing support you are doing for each other. It makes me so proud. And Spring Sprint, I'm so excited that so many of you are registered. I can't wait. We have 34 plus me going so far to St. John's. So it's going to be an amazing Spring Sprint this year with some very exciting new things coming. And it's always fun to be there, hearing it straight from them, what's next for us with Scentsy. So super excited for that. And oh my god, I forgot why I wanted to do this video. Talking about everything else, and now I can't remember what the main point was. UPS, I think it was. So there's been lots of questions and discussions about UPS today on the page, so I just wanted to address it in a video as well. That they are amazing most of the time, and they definitely, drop to the wrong house, or say that it's going to be delivered and it's not delivered. Tell us that it's going to be delivered quickly when it hasn't even left Ontario yet. Those things happen for sure. Last year, a lot of it wasn't UPS's fault. It was the horrible weather that we were having. So I'm very grateful for the weather that we're having right now to help us because of these back orders. However, we have become a huge source of work for them this time of year, and it grows and grows and grows. So they have temp drivers coming in, and so I've even noticed, late parcels that are sitting out all night, and we've seen some horrible stuff about driving over the lawn, which is not okay, and needs to be addressed. And so that's why I'm passing it up through my concierge at head office for the UPS contact from Scentsy to address. And with the boxes being left out in the rain, I mean, it's hard to catch your driver to say, hey, like when I had a napper still, I caught my driver and said, please don't ring the doorbell in case he's napping. And so now he just knocks lightly, and the kids go running to help him bring it in. But now I have the girl, so she rings the doorbell late at night. But those things, like people have been answering, you can phone UPS and request that it not be dropped, that a signature be required, or that you want to pick up. If you live, close where that's easy to get to Burnside. Many of us, I like personally that I can be out and about doing things and not have to be home for UPS, because I have good neighbors. My house is kind of not viewable to very many people unless they come right in, and I have the covered porch. So for me, it works, especially because then there's the added part of Scentsy having it insured. And I don't want to have to drive all the way to Burnside. And I've even found with Mike's business, he's like, are you going to be home? UPS is coming, because his stuff requires a signature. And it's frustrating for me that I have to sit at home and not do my work because he's got a delivery coming, because he'd rather they come here than to the store in Bridgewater. So, it's one of those things that it's about you and what you want to put into it. Or what works for you, for your business. Sorry. I was already thinking about my next topic. So the other thing I wanted to say today as we wind down and take our family time, our much needed family time, for those of us that work this full time. My kids kind of need me to shut off Scentsy and pay attention to them next week, especially because I only get them from Sunday to Christmas Day or Boxing Day, and then they're gone with their dad to Ottawa, and then I go to Mexico, and I won't see them for 2 weeks. So I'm definitely going to be shut off from Scentsy next week. And usually that's okay because you guys will be too. And our Bring Back My Bar bundles are available tomorrow, I believe. So we can get that out of the way as well and help you guys with those questions. But before we close out the year, I kind of wanted to just give you guys a little taste and an idea of what's been twirling around in my head for ideas for next year, because I'm always learning and growing and changing, and that's the beauty of this business. You don't have to be perfect, and you can learn as you go. And I certainly have been doing that. And so I've got big plans for 2015. I've dubbed it Bring Back the Basics year. My Little H League friends will appreciate that sentence. The fact that our team has grown so much and so fast in size, but also lots of you new, I think we forget that you are new and starting out. And so we forget to talk about those new basic things in our training, because we're moved on to the next stages of the business. We're ready to recruit and grow teams and do all this other stuff. And so we're really working on focusing back to new people next year. And there's some other SSDs that are working together to build a program that will just continuously rotate, and people can join, and it's going to rotate through the main basic topics, so you can know when it's going to be on. It's going to be on a set date, and you'll be able to tell your new recruit, hey, jump on this, it's every Tuesday, or whatever it is. And to make sure we kind of share the load, all of our teams and groups have access to it, but we make sure that basic training is always happening from our level. I mean, even without that, you guys do know that there is the Scentsy Training Center and lots of stuff on the workstation and lots of opportunity to ask those questions on our page. Because when you ask us, we answer. We just don't think to offer the information as often, I think. So there's going to be that. And the polls that we've been putting out there is asking you guys, I really want you guys to answer them. I gave the work to the directors. I delegated, because that's another part of my goals for 2015 is more delegating when they're not going to volunteer, and less just doing it myself and burning out. And because I also have a responsibility to train them in their leadership. So they were most of them given a task and a poll, a research thing that I needed, so that we can start over the holidays kind of building a schedule so that it's known. I don't like this last minute spontaneous stuff anymore. I need to get more organized. So that's where we're starting, and I really, really want you guys to take the time to answer those questions, even if you don't know yet what that is. What's team coffee night? What's team meeting? If you don't live in the HRM area, only pay attention to the online webinars one, because everything else is for local people. But if you've never been and you don't know if you can go, still answer the question, so we have the facts. We move around the locations in HRM, and if we see a need for further out locations on a different day, maybe we can look at that, because we are sharing the leadership, and we can put that stuff on. So we need to know what you want and what you need and what you will attend if we do it. So it's not just us sitting there alone at the coffee shop, and the topics and stuff. So there's going to be more surveys coming out, and I really want you guys to take the time to answer them, but especially the ones you see on Facebook. And get ready for an awesome year. But first, enjoy your well-deserved break and pat yourselves on the back. I haven't recalculated it, but so far, Team Wicks awaited 1.2 million in sales in 2014, and that is insane. I thought it was going to stop me at 10 minutes. It didn't. Okay, so, but this is really long and I should stop. So that is absolutely insane. You guys blow me away. And most of us are here in this bad economy, smaller area that doesn't like scented products. So that's huge. And you guys should be really proud of that, especially those of you that have been part of this since the get-go, growing the recognition here. You know, with recognition comes more competition and people joining. And keep in mind that people join, but that doesn't mean they stick with direct sales. And so don't let yourself get discouraged. It is getting harder to get parties, especially for me. I had one of my worst party seasons this fall ever because of, you know, not putting the time in with my personal stuff, with my child's program that he was in and everything. But also because, you know, when you recruit, you also then don't have ongoing customers and hosts. You have to be looking all the time. So that is part of the way this goes. I mean, I've still managed to make my regular sales every month. And anybody can do that if you put the time in and you decide in your head that that's what you want. So I hope that you guys will do some reflecting over the holiday too, like me, and think about what it is you want for 2015, what your goals are, what your dreams are, and make them big. We used to talk about BHAGs, big, hairy, audacious goal. So make it so big so that you fight for it and experience that amazing feeling when you accomplish it, because it is possible with Scentsy. I can't believe the things I've accomplished in this company in such a short time. So do that. And when we kick off in January, we will be starting our training off with that, because if you don't have a goal and you don't know where you're going, then you're never going to get there. You're just wandering aimlessly around looking. So that's my end of 2014 message. And yeah, have a wonderful Christmas and New Year's, and break with your families, and can't wait for 2015 with you all. I'm so excited about where your businesses are going to go for you.